Good morning, guys. We have a good about 5 minutes left until the morning bell, and on our screen we have the stocks we're mainly going to be checking out today. Some of the calls that I'm kind of looking into today. Let's see. The current my up and down right now that you're seeing are basically the movements from mainly Litecoin. I had picked up a little bit when I was kind of sort of thinking that might have been the bottom, but it wasn't exactly the bottom. The bottom ended up actually being about up to 160 for Litecoin, but my average is about 2 something, 210 I think, or something like that. Overall this morning, most things are all over the place. Some of the stocks I've been holding on to, JZXN had some movement, so it's positive now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off my chest once it's done making its big move. I actually woke up this morning and saw it pretty positive, right? So I was holding on to it. I forgot to sell it when I picked it up last time it was booming. So today it is here booming again. Not sure how high it'll go, but at least I'm on the positive end now. I imagine hopefully it'll break 14 or something. I'm not entirely sure. I had picked it up, as you can see, at a pretty high price to begin with, so I'll get rid of it at wherever I get a chance to get rid of it at. It was one of the calls from like last week. Other than that, here are some of the stuff we'll be looking at today, right? So we have Spider, Tilray, Workhorse, GameStop, of course, AMC, and BlackBerry, as well as SPY. So even Bed Bath & Beyond boomed big time yesterday, but that wasn't entirely meme stock kind of a thing. Bed Bath & Beyond actually did a really good marketing scheme where they have been making more things for people that will be working from home, right? So people that want to really fabricate their living space into whatever they want it to be, whether it's office space or just luxurious looking. They did a really good job marketing to the post-pandemic work environment, basically. We have GTT that's also on our radar, Rocket, Romeo Power, right, and then Avalon. So these are some of the charts I've been looking at. So I put them here. Yeah, of course, anytime you want to check it out, you can. Some of the things we're looking into today. So JZXN, I'm going to keep over here just so I can just sell it whenever it looks like it's at a good selling range. I'm hoping it breaks 14. One of the penny stocks I've been watching, because as I wrote Tilray here, is Sundial, right? So over last week, Sundial has done a great job. Like if you picked it up and actually bought it at 84 cents, where I did think about doing it, then you'd be pretty damn good today. Today it's going up. Not sure how far it will go up, but being that it's a penny stock, it is an amazing thing when these things go up, right? Because you can always grab so many copies of it that every single penny it goes up could mean $100 or $1,000 for you, depending on how much you invested into it. But again, I'm pretty skeptical. I also want to see what happens with AMC, right? So AMC has been a little weird ever since the whole pre-market moment. Yesterday I got to scalp quite a bit off of it, so I got to sell it at $70 twice. Right, so that was pretty good. Let me see. So my last few purchases, I bought it at 59 and 56. I bought 250 shares at 59, 50 shares at 56. So that's an average of something below 60, of course, below 59 even. We'll say it's an average of maybe 59, since 250 copies of it were at 59. And I sold it at 70. That was a limit sell order I had put in. So as soon as it hit 70, it just got sold. And then I picked up 200 more shares again when it came back down to 64, and I submitted another limit sell order of 70. This actually got filled after hours, so 4:24. So after 4 p.m. when it closed, right? 4 p.m. is basically bell time, and then 4:24 it just got filled. After that, the remaining of after hour times were pretty low. It was kind of shaky yesterday. Not sure what was happening, but it did hold above 60, and even today it's been doing a pretty good job holding above, basically above 50. It hasn't come down below 50 today. So now we need to see what's going to happen today. Is it going to go back to booming again and just, you know, breaking 70 one more time? I might pick it up if it looks like it's going to reach to 70 again. BlackBerry was really awesome yesterday. Right, crazy movement on BlackBerry. Went literally from it's about to double basically. It's if it hits $20, it will have effectively doubled from the $10 price range that it started at. So personally, I'm considering this as something that has been missed. I'm not gonna ride this. I was riding AMC. BCTX is halted ever since the morning. So, you know, yesterday it had some ups and downs. It was pretty weird movement yesterday. It had a really big move. So overnight it went up, and then yesterday morning we saw more rise, but then it just started falling down. Right. So I did get to grab this up, but then I did kind of chase in a sense and drop with it to here, and then I hopped off. I had a stop loss at $8, so I hopped off. So basically I drove it up from about $6.90 to $8, and that was it for that, because after that it was clear. It just came back down. Today it's halted, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen once the SEC has stopped. Once the SEC is done kind of ruining everyone's morning. Keeping an eye on Ocugen, Purple Biotech, Atosa Therapeutics. As you can see, pre-market it already had like a nice jump from, I would say, about 8 cents, and then it's still pointing up. So let's see where this is gonna go. I'm gonna look more into what they've been doing. Workhorse is on our radar, and Skills is on our radar, right? So now, that being said, I am thinking of submitting a limit order for AMC today to pick it up at maybe at 55. That's the limit buy I would submit, because it is pointing down right now. The only thing is, I don't like to submit a limit buy for something that hasn't been reached yet, because this might turn back up and never actually go to 55, so that wouldn't really work out. Need this to come back to 60 before market opens, and plus we have to see what happens as soon as market does open. A couple of orders are going to get filled in as soon as opening bell. Well, opening bell is actually done now. Yeah, it's 9:32. Okay, so now we're seeing a couple of orders being filled out now that the opening bell was done, and it's sinking, which means that those couple of orders might have been people selling, right? It might be done, or this might be just something that's happening right now, and then it's just going to swing right back and go all the way up to 70 again. We'll see. There's no guarantee with these things, right? These are all very unpredictable meme stocks, so we don't know what's going to happen. Let me see now. Yeah, BlackBerry really does look like it's going to make it to $20, which is wonderful. Anyone that picked it up and held on to the ride, as you can see, this was actually a pretty nice ride. If you picked it up right here at $10.08, it went up and never really had a dive down. It just kept, you know, stable, and then every next morning it had another jump up. You know, it stayed, and then yesterday everything boomed. Like AMC doubled yesterday. BlackBerry, as you can see, has these big curves right here. And then if you kept holding on to it, you know, I'm sure some people sold right here because of this dipping that was happening. That can be scary. But then if you held on to it the next morning, here you are at 1947 now. It's going to go, and it's definitely looking like it's going to hit $20. So that's pretty nice. BCTX still halted. AMC is not yet halted, but it is being very shaky, right? So we saw it go down to 52. Now it's at 55. So while all this drama is happening, I want to look into what's happening with Atosa, which just broke $4. I want to kind of look into what was their achievement. Atosa Therapeutics, another pharma stock, currently at 403. Penny stocks surviving technical analysis. Okay, new research demonstrates claims that the Wuhan Institute of Virology had no cases of COVID-19. That is not credible. Okay, but what is Atosa Therapeutics actually doing? Announces first quarter results and provides corporate update. Okay, because this is actually going up pretty quickly, and I'm not always a huge fan of grabbing things that are going up this quickly right in the morning. Usually right after grabbing it, it'll kind of come back down. Let's see, this is actually coming back pretty big now. You see, back to 58 again. All right, so we're gonna need to keep an eye on both of these. And I had my JZXN over here, which came back down. So I might just take an L on that when I sell it. And here it is back to 60. Wonderful. Wonderful. Workhorse, okay, here we are. Right in front of us, it had this big jump before we even got to dive into it. That's actually a really big jump. I could have probably picked it up at like 15 or something with the limit order. Alright, Atlas Therapeutics, blah, blah, blah. Seeking to discover and develop innovative medicines in oncology and infectious disease. Okay, current focus on breast cancer. So all of this, breast cancer and COVID-19, both of course are perfect candidates for making money. So they are a respectable pharma company that is actually doing something very very innovative. So here we go. AMC. So it does look like it's gonna make it to 70. So I'm gonna go ahead and submit buy order, a limit buy of maybe at 61. Actually, I'm just gonna submit a buy at 60. 60, is it gonna come back down? I think it might. And this is just coming right back up real quick. So people that were confident, you know, again, I've already ridden this up quite a bit, so I was already confident, but I'm not sure if I really want to buy more into it. I'm not sure where it's gonna go today. Workhorse and Tulsa Therapeutics. So Workhorse had its morning jump of a good $2 to $3. Overall, it went up from 1138 to 1831 overnight, in a sense. I'm not sure if there's anything to jump on over there right now for me. Joe, good to have you, man. What do we do? Yeah, I think, you see, it's coming back to 60 again. I'm gonna pick up a couple of this. Let me see, how much do I want to pick up? I could do that. And wow, now we're curious about where it's gonna go down to. 59, 58. So shaky. I mean, it is very expensive though. Sundial, okay, so right in front of us, Sundial is still going up. This, I'm not sure where this is gonna go up to either. That's just some next level shit right there. Let's see, we're also looking at Wish, apparently. Yeah, that's a big jump right there. Well, yeah, these lines only look big, but it didn't really jump too much. 839 to 863, okay. There you go. See, it always sucks for people who see the jump and then buy into it, so don't ever do that, because then there you are with that drop down. Everyone's having their little drop down moment right now. AMC also big drop down moment. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with them today, because I'm sure the people, you know, shorting this and all that have used all their power and might yesterday in doubling this and bringing it up to what was like $72, an all-time high for this guy. I'm not sure how much more juice they have left to actually pump this up again. And it's such a high price, like bothering money into this when it was under 20, 30 was more understandable, because there was so much room for it to make movement upwards. But today it's at such a high price, it's not really something you can work with that comfortably. Workhorse coming back down, Tulsa coming back down. Skills is sinking, Purple Biotech is sinking. Oxygen also shaky. BCTX is still halted. This is some ridiculous shit, right? Like, it's been 10 minutes and the stream has been on for more than 10 minutes and it's just been halted the whole time. That's pretty lame. Qualcomm 131 now. We can do that. Let's see. Yeah, people that picked up Tilray also had a nice morning overnight. Most of these lately, what's been happening is just always overnight. If I was gonna buy Tilray, I'd rather be buying Sundial because those are both weed stocks, and Sundial is obviously much more affordable. Now, I have played around with Sundial a long time ago, but those were different times, as you can see. Yeah, I bought it at 0.94, sold at 0.96. Let me see what else I have here. Bought it at 0.63 and sold it at 1.78. See, that's more than double right there. So those were nice times. Now though, I'm not sure if it's doing the same thing again. You know, most times when I've caught Sundial, I have been able to ride it up. Yeah, right now it's a time where a lot of people are either buying call options or put options based off of whatever they're seeing is happening. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really actually fully mastered understanding how to do that yet. I have actually some call options sitting there right now, but they're not about to get filled. But I haven't done any call options lately. I might actually invest some time rather than money into actually learning it today and making sure I get how to do these call options and things, because that is also where some of the big money is when it comes to grabbing things that are happening during meme stock week, right? So meme stock week, all kinds of weird shit is happening, and you kind of know where things are gonna go. You kind of know where things are gonna go simply because it's meme stocks. Like you know what's happening. Bought Sundial as well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean Sundial. Again, like, what price did you get in on Sundial, if you don't mind me asking? I'm gonna be looking at it right now. If I don't know if this is gonna actually hit $2. That'd be nice. I don't know if BCTX will ever be unhalted. Tulsa workhorse. So what's been happening lately is around, I'll say like, oh, here we go. AMC is halted now for whatever reason. What's been happening lately is that a lot of these stocks tend to do their weird thing in the morning, and then right around maybe I would say like noon, something pops up at a buy worthy price. Something pops up at a buy worthy price, and then you never know what's gonna happen. Now with the buying power I have, I usually pick up such a hefty amount of things that small shifts actually cause either great benefit or great damage. So I have to be very careful in what I do pick up, because yeah, if we look at it, yeah, I can easily grab almost 20,000 stocks. I would say maybe 15,000. Yeah. Yeah, so if I was to grab that many, I would even grab that many if I actually thought this was about to maybe break to $2. But I haven't really seen anything that would say that. You know, it's so hard to predict breaks when the breaks are actually happening, like this right here, this one, and then even this one today. The breaks are actually happening overnight, so then that's not really a predictable thing. When you see a trend throughout the day, then you know where that trend is going to. And then with the halting and stuff, one thing to keep in mind is if you have a stop loss on your order, but the stock was halted, then your stop loss does not work. So if you have like, let's say anyone has a stop loss for AMC right now where they want it to be sold if it hits 50, but now it's halted. After it unhalts, if it's at 47, your stop loss will not sell and you'll be at 47. So halting is like very damaging pretty much to everyone. AMC had some news about how they're going to be selling a lot of their shares. So, you know, uh, there's not much we can do about it. And this was pretty fun yesterday. A lot of people have already been saying AMC is giving out free popcorn, right? Because there was like free money in buying AMC. And they actually did it. AMC is luring rabid investors with free popcorn. Like it was literally actually giving out free popcorn. So that was pretty interesting to see by them. But see, like I feel like meme week might finally be coming to an end, which is great and bad. It's great because now some of the stocks we actually deserve to be seeing going up and normal behavior will come back into action again. But then at the same time, like it was fun writing these meme stocks up, you know. And I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't buy any of this right now. But again, this might be a dip after which, right by like 10 a.m., which I've been watching in like the last week and stuff. It's usually around 10 a.m. that most of these kind of go boom again. So, you know, it's pretty lame. I can only imagine what people must be saying right here. Let's refresh this to stock twist. Let's see what people are saying here. We've got dip, buy if you can. A lot of people. You can see who the the haters are and who the good or what we call good people are, people that are on our side. But yeah, I think it might actually be the end though. Sentiment is low too. So with the 20% downward price today, you can only imagine a lot of people that held overnight yesterday are pretty upset with it and have most likely sold out of anger or fear. You know, scared people are definitely gonna do that, right? Everyone's freaking out. Look at that. It's just non-stop tweets here. It's not even loading. It's so lagged up. But yeah, halted for life basically. This I don't even know if BCTX is gonna unhalt today. I really want to see because BCTX was the one stock yesterday that really deserved jumping to like $20. They came up with a successful therapy for a tumor in the eye that they were able to completely get rid of, and they're working on breast cancer therapy that is actually making good progress, right? So they're making really good progress, and surprisingly their jump didn't really reflect all of that. Like yeah, they doubled from 3 to 6 overnight, but then the next morning when everyone else gets the news, that's when everyone else jumps on it too, and they're like, oh wow, okay, you did something that amazing, let's pump you all the way. Like we've seen BTX. You know, we rode BTX like almost 2 weeks ago or something, and then I forgot to sell. So of course that happened. But not too long ago we rode this. You know, we bought this. We saw BTX had an amazing research, and you see how they were at about $5. They had really good progress, and by the end of the week they jumped. They jumped big time, all the way to 78.50. I was away from my keyboard and forgot to sell, so I'm holding on to it. No big deal. They're gonna have that jump again. So one of the other reasons I really love pharma stocks and clinical stocks is that when they do something good, they jump up and then they go back to normal again, and then they make more progress on their research. They jump up, go back to normal again, and it's like a nice trend to just be sitting on and basically taking the ride with them every time they make good progress. Yeah, so BCTX is halted ever since the morning started. AMC is looking pretty dead now, right? Looking pretty dead now. So I'm glad I didn't buy anything here. Looking pretty dead now. Meme week may actually be over. You know, Sundow's kind of just sitting pretty still also. So now at that point, some of the stocks we really expect to be going up for, you know, valid reasons are going to be going up. So let's see. What are we working with now? Other than that, yeah, skills is not making any moves either. U1 is also sinking. Everything's on a downward trend today. It feels like people are. I hope it's not because a lot of people lost money in this whole AMC trend thing. It was fun to ride it. Never chase. Really important lesson. Do not ever chase. Not doing that either right now. So I'm not really sure what I'll be buying today. I think today might be a day where it's mostly just watching to see how things reset. You don't have to get a day trade every single day. Today I'm gonna watch what's happening with everything resetting basically. On top of that, on my main profile, I have things I kind of want to move around. So I'm not, the movement that we're seeing on my overall chart right now is all Litecoin really. There hasn't been anything else that's really made a significant jump. At the suggestion of one of my friends, I did buy into Litecoin at what we thought might be the bottom, but it wasn't. So it's making its little shaky movements. It's very typical if you're a crypto investor. Anytime you're holding crypto, it's a very typical day to have being up 2,000 and then being down 2,000. It's a very normal jump up and down. That part I don't even really look at or feel. This is the one though, KTRA. Now that crypto week is kind of going. Meme week is kind of going away. They might actually look into KTRA and make that jump back up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pull that investment out, take the L there, and then have that money ready to invest back into stuff. I actually already kind of made that back, so that minus 12K has already come back because I remember at the start of this week, my buying power was that much. Adding on to whatever this was, so I might actually just dip out of this, but I don't really feel like taking that L just yet. This is the other part of this, actually heavily impacts my overall price as well, because this is a big portion of my portfolio, 30%. But I got in on it at 215. They had amazing news for what I think this was the Alzheimer's stock. Yeah, I think this was the one that was coming up with the treatment for Alzheimer's, and they made such good progress. There was no way this was not supposed to boom. But of course, if everyone's too busy buying AMC and stuff, then it didn't boom. So I was ready to ride this up big time. But I think I'll probably take the L on this and try to sell this at a time when it comes back up to maybe 165 or 170 or something. Because it's just not very common for this stock to go up much. It doesn't really make major booms. As you can see, 3 months ago it had a boom to here. I'm not sure how long it'll take for the next one, but again, I'm not really desperately waiting for this money either, so I'll let it sit, most likely wait for the day that it comes back up for some good news. That would probably feel better than actually taking this out, so I'll just sit on that. That's also what's causing the shifts over here on my overall graph, but nothing really looking like worth grabbing today, right? And that's actually okay. That's pretty relaxing. AMC and BCTX are probably going to be halted all day or something. BCTX has yet to unhalt. It'd be crazy if whenever this does unhalt that it's already at $10, because then it would basically be getting the price it deserves, and we would have missed out, of course. Purple Biotech not doing anything, and Tosa not doing anything. Workhorse coming back up. You were not doing anything. Yeah, so doesn't look like there's anything worth grabbing today. It's very dull morning, if anything. Let me look at what the rest of the team is working on real quick, and then if there's nothing, then there's nothing. And that's actually going to be a very relaxing day. A day that there's nothing to really worry about. Because it's been a pretty fun week to begin with. Yeah, anyone that was bag holding now after taking any profits is going to be the next generation of bag holders, and you're going to be holding for quite a while, because I'm not sure where the next meme week is going to be. But if you were able to get out, then that's great. You got out. Let's see what they're saying here. It's always a little entertaining to see some of the people that ended up holding too long and really expecting it to do a lot more. Entire market is belly up. I'm in the red, but this is thrilling. Yeah, no, I cannot imagine it's going to explode anytime soon. And if it does, if it does from here, from 45, come back up to $70, then kudos to those with enough faith to actually believe in it, because now it's actually at a much better buyable price. It really is, compared to 60. It has unhalted now. It's at a much better buyable price. There's a lot of sentiment, a lot of people that want this to blow up, so I can imagine more people picking up more at this cheaper price. Excuse me, but I don't imagine this going up to $100. Not anymore. Not anymore. Let me see. Let me go back to Wish. Yeah, the morning is still young. Let's see what else is gonna happen. You can see people talking about it everywhere. I'm not fucking selling. I mean, this you once you are already part of the dip, you don't sell. You don't sell. If you've already sat with the stock from 61 to 43, the way you should think about it is, would you buy it at 43? And the answer is probably yes. So then you should hold it at 43, right? One of the major reasons you would sell is because you're really in need of that money to invest it in something else, and you're scared. But here we go, halted once again. These halts can mean one of many things. It could be either because too many people are selling it, or too many people are submitting orders to buy it, or too many people are submitting their calls and puts. So, you know, whatever is happening with it, of course, the SEC naturally has blocks instilled so that if there's any stock that's getting too much attention, they're able to kind of block it up and look into it. Yeah, BlackBerry is making it jump back up. But again, I'm not sure if I would want to grab it now. I'm a very keen believer in, if you missed it, you missed it. Just enjoy watching the ride and be happy for others. I would have been glad to jump on it at 10 because I have done it before. I have actually, you know, like I tried getting in on it actually even yesterday. I took a tiny L here, like 100 something bucks. But a long time ago, I actually did pick it up at, look at that, 100 shares at $8.70, right? And then I sold it at $9.34. But then after that, anytime I ever tried buying it, it was like a tiny loss. These were some earlier times when I didn't have big amounts to invest either. Like this is basically last year, May 28th, I believe last year, May 28th, yeah, May 28th, 2021. Oh, this year then. Okay, these are right now. So anytime I've tried doing it right now, it's been bad. Had I held, I would have been able to take it up, but again, I was trying to put my money into other things as well, so I didn't hold. Oh, I'm sorry, man. You know what? I'm gonna start going ahead and just being live, even if I'm just setting up and stuff. Like I was up, I was on at 9. And that's a good idea, actually. You know what? I'm gonna start trying to solidify just being on by 9 a.m. period. I'm gonna start being on right at 9 a.m. That's probably the best way to go with it, because I'm usually up. I actually woke up at 7:30 today, took a little run in the backyard, quick little shower, and then I put on a nice shirt to sit here and stream. So here I am. But I was sitting here the whole time, and you know, I was just preparing these charts just to see what I had to do. And I was looking at, you know, how things are looking in the level 2 data. I don't have access to this, so this is actually one of my teammates who do this, and then I just borrowed their images so I could talk about it with you guys. So that being said, I had to prepare those screenshots and make it ready so I can actually talk to you guys about it. Okay. So that being said, I wouldn't buy anything that doesn't seem to have sentiment. I feel like sentiment is the key word here. You know, you want to go with something that has heavy sentiment. All right, man, take it easy. So again, today doesn't look like there's going to be anything else. BCTX is halted for life. Is it unhalting? It's not unhalting. AMC is halted. Might do some magical thing today. BlackBerry is done and passed, so not looking to join in on that anymore. Consumer services like Target and Bed Bath & Beyond are making their moves, but those stocks are a little outside of the range of what I like to buy into. The others not really seeing anything. So today might just be a day of just relaxing and watching what's happening. But again, those are nice days. It's important to relax sometimes, and that's perfectly fine. As usual, when I update the title of this video as the day goes on, tomorrow you'll be able to see, and of course if you're coming back to check the video title throughout the day, you'll be able to see anything I did buy into. The Discord server is set up now as well, so looking to grow that up. I have a standard template in the Discord server, so of course I just want to start populating it for now. The goal of that Discord server is generally going to be to just keep it 100% free. I don't want to do what most of the other Discord servers do with the VIP system and all of that. So I'll probably make a video for that later on and announce more of it. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. So thanks a lot for joining. Nothing crazy happening today. I think just kick back and relax. Don't buy into anything that ends up sinking. And keep an eye on AMC. If it looks like it's about to make a really big boom back up, then you might be able to ride it a little bit, but it doesn't really look like there's going to be many opportunities to buy anything with the SEC on full halt mode today. All right, see you guys tomorrow.